It turns deadly, and this happened just blocks away from Wrigley Field.
Yeah, one of the people inside the vehicle shot and killed during the crime. Mayor Kawash reports tonight from near the scene at Waveland and Broadway.
Chicago police are investigating two overnight deadly shootings on the north and south sides of the city. The first one happened at 4 o'clock this morning in Lakeview near Waveland and North Halsted, where police say two armed men approached a 22-year-old and a 38-year-old man sitting in their car. Police say the armed suspects demanded the vehicle and belongings before shooting the 22-year-old in his chest and back.
22, my God, that's terrible. And so I'm just a little shaken. I live right down the street. I heard the commotion, but I couldn't understand what was going on.
The 38-year-old was unharmed in the shooting, as police say the suspects then drove off with a stolen white Hyundai. People say they're shocked to see this unfold in their neighborhood.
This is supposed to be a safe neighborhood. I think for the most part it is. Every now and again you hear, some wild stories.
Business owners near Waveland and Halsted are now working together to comb through their own surveillance video in hopes of helping the nation.
We all should look out for each other. I believe that the neighborhood is always together. We have security.
Just 50 minutes after that, into the south side near East 37th and Lake Park Avenue for reports of another deadly shooting. Investigators say a man was found shot in the head and died at the scene. The car there matches the one taken during the north side carjacking, but police tell us they are not ready to connect the two crimes.
I'm Mayor Kawash, ABC7 Business News.
Mayor, thank you. She was shot 5 times by a border agent during the immigration crackdown here in Chicago. Now, Mira Martinez and her lawyers say they plan to file a civil lawsuit against the federal government, but not just yet. As Michelle Gallardo reports, the law requires them to first file a separate complaint.
Yo no le tengo miedo a nadie. Al único que le tengo miedo es a Dios.
Those were the only words uttered by Metra Martinez today. I don't fear anyone. The only thing I fear is God, she said, responding to a question posed to her in Spanish at a news conference in The Loop, where her attorneys made their case against Charles Exum, the Border Patrol agent said to have shot Martinez 5 times on October the 4th in Brighton Park.
We will get a fair trial. We hold this officer accountable.
This comes one day after the Department of Justice made public body-worn camera video and other evidence related to the shooting. The agents' faces were blurred by them, not us.
She had already hit my vehicle. We got out to defend. She came forward, and that's when I opened up on her.
From the beginning, that was the government's official narrative, that Martinez was part of a convoy that was allegedly boxing the agents in, and that it was she who sideswiped them. Body camera video appears to contradict that narrative.
All right, it's time to get aggressive and get the out. They're trying to box us in.
Watch out.
All right, she hits us.
We're going to make contact and we're boxed in.
We are boxed in.
All right, that's all now.
Be advised, we've been struck.
Rammed them, that they rammed her or sideswiped her.
And then there is this surveillance video from a nearby tire shop that contradicts a drawing one of the agents in the vehicle made depicting how they were allegedly boxed in. The video appears to show the vehicles in front of the agents driving off, while the agent's Tahoe stops just inside the frame. Martinez's vehicle is then seen jumping the curb and driving off in the moments after she's shot.
They drew those cars in to justify a bad shooting. The U.S. Attorney's Office knew about this.
Because of the laws that govern how individuals can go after federal employees for causing bodily harm, Martinez's attorneys today are filing what is known as a tort complaint. They will then have to wait 6 months before they can file a civil rights law against both Exum and DHS. Gallardo, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
There is an open investigation into Indiana in Exum actions that day. A Border Patrol spokesperson today saying the agency, quote, is committed to the highest standards of conduct, transparency, and accountability, and that consistent with policy, Agent Exum was placed on administrative leave. It is not clear, however, when that leave began and if it continues to this day.
There is some hopeful news for people who use Metra's Southwest service. The commuter rail says that they are told that service could resume tomorrow morning after a train derailment stalled It happened early this morning in Chicago Ridge. Roughly a dozen cars of a CSX freight train came off the tracks. They crossed onto rails and that carry the Southwest service line. Well, the derailment also led to the closure of Ridgeland Avenue and Central Avenue near 107th Street. No one was hurt in the derailment. Metra saying that the passengers should check their website in the morning to see if the service is restored.
Our morning show will keep you updated as well. Here's a live look outside. It is Wednesday. We've made it to the middle of the week, and the temperatures today, again, very comfortable.
Oh, and the sun was shining 37 degrees right now at 6:34.
We'll take it, yeah.
You guys
really
remember
nice.
when we wouldn't get above 20 days?
like
20 days.
It was awful.
It was rough. It was
Good.
right now. It's pretty
Look at behind you.
Yes,
You might hit
look at
60.
Let's do it. Let's hit
We love the
60.
60s.
Yes, we're talking temperatures here as we head into the weekend. This weekend, close to 50 degrees, and the potential at some point next week to get close to 60 degrees. So we are talking some mild weather. Average high is 34 degrees. So we will be a few degrees above that on Thursday, so for tomorrow, and then well above it for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Temperatures right now are in the 30s and 40s as well. We're at 41 degrees still in Joliet. We have 34 in Kankakee. Valparaiso's at 33 degrees. At 39. A little bit of a breeze right now, and it's been there all day. It's what's making it feel chilly out there. About 5 to 8 degrees colder than the actual feels like outside with the wind. Temperatures tonight drop down into the low to mid 20s, and then eventually we're back up into the upper 30s to low 40s perhaps for tomorrow afternoon. And then we're talking that big warm up. More on that coming up here in just a little bit.
Okay, Heisel, see you soon. FBI agents conducting extensive searches today in the search for Nancy Guthrie. They're focused on multiple roads in the Catalina foothills area of Tucson, Arizona. Today, a delivery driver detained in connection to Guthrie's disappearance is free after being questioned and released from police custody last night. Investigators searching his car and home, and the man only wanting to be identified as Carlos says he may have delivered packages to Guthrie's neighborhood.
Detectives got here, FBI agent in Santa Cruz County, and they told me I was being detained for kidnapping. And I asked him, like, well, kidnapping of who? And they told me this lady, I don't know her name. And
Nancy Guthrie?
Yeah, that's her.
He said he had never even heard of the Guthries. This doorbell camera video now crucial in the investigation. And those investigators.
Beek revealed back in 2024 he was being treated for colorectal cancer. He talked about it on Good Morning America, and last September he made a video appearance at Dawson's Creek's reunion event after dropping out due to his illness. And while he had many movie and TV roles in his career, he will be forever connected to his heartthrob role in Dawson's Creek, which ran from 1998 to 2003. And you may also remember in 2019 he made it to the semifinals of Dancing with the Stars. James Van Der Beek is survived by his wife Kimberly and their 6 children.
Yeah.
What an incredible legacy and an actor, and he was so beloved by so many.
Yeah, he was. A new report shows more Jewish people in America are living in fear, and we'll have live analysis on what's driving this change.
But first, an unusual case out of Texas tonight. The FAA halting all flights. What may have caused all this confusion.
And later making a pitch for the Chicago Bears, the latest city trying to win over the team. Okay, so we're testing your microphone. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Great. Can you hear me?
We can. Thank you. And Rob was saying hi. We'll talk to you in just a minute.
Sounds great. Thanks so much.
Sure. Thank you. The airport in El Paso, Texas has reopened a sequence of events with the FAA. Agency said El Paso's airspace would be closed for 10 days, and then it was quickly lifted. And the FAA posting to social media that there was, quote, no threat. The Trump administration saying the closure was due to Mexican cartel drones entering the airspace. Local leaders blasting what they called a lack of communication.
This should have never happened. You cannot restrict airspace over a major city without coordinating with the city. These types of decisions.
El Paso sits just across the Rio Grande from the city of Juarez, Mexico.
A new report showing that more than 90% of Jewish people in America say they feel less safe following violent attacks on Jewish people in the past year.
The American Jewish Committee's State of Anti-Semitism in America report also shows an increase in anti-Semitism on social media. Joining us tonight is Sarah Van Loon, Regional Director of AJC Chicago. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, welcome to our streaming show.
Rob and Cheryl, thanks for having me.
What are the implications of this report for American policy and democracy?
You know, it's got broad implications because what we know about anti-Semitism is that this is not just a Jewish issue. Anti-Semitism impacts all of society, and when this hatred festers and grows society. So it's incumbent upon all of us to stand up and do something.
So Sarah, how was the survey conducted? What was behind it and how did you talk to people?
So AJC utilizes the survey firm SSRS, a national leading communications firm, which reached out to folks through all sorts of different methods to ensure that we were getting the broadest sample size, not only of American Jews, but of the U.S. general public. It's critical to AJC's research that we're advancing policy decisions that are rooted in concrete data, and we know with less of a 4% margin of error, data we can trust.
86% there say anti-Semitism has increased. It's just a startling number. And we mentioned at the beginning of this interview, social media. What do you think about how that plays a role in anti-Semitism? There is so much hatred on social media these days, and it's obviously geared to a lot of people. Looking at the data there, Jewish people as well.
Absolutely. Anti-Semitism is at its highest online. And the folks who are impacted the most by this are folks 39 years of age and younger, particularly those around the age of 18. We're seeing it all throughout the social media, and there are things that legislators should be doing. It's one of AJC's policy decisions that we're putting out in one of our call to action reports that members of Congress can take in a bipartisan way in order to ensure that all people are freed from this hatred online.
You talked about social media. Those are words. Have you also done research on have there physical attacks as well as verbal attacks?
Unfortunately, yes. And that's trending with the data that we've seen year over year that American Jews continue to be targeted. More than 1 in 3 American Jews in 2025 alone was the target of an anti-Semitic incident. Thinking about physical attacks, verbal attacks, or what they saw on social media. This is not a trend that we are comfortable with, and it's incumbent upon all of us to take action and do something about it. And thankfully, there's a lot of ways in which we can do that to combat this hatred.
Now, why should someone who's not Jewish be interested in knowing the results of this survey?
Because it doesn't just affect Jews. We've seen that again, when this hatred is left to fester, that it grows and it impacts other populations around the country. So that's why it matters just to get to know your neighbors, because that's how easy it is to stop anti-Semitism in its tracks. AJC's survey found that when someone knows a Jewish person, someone who's not Jewish knows a Jewish person, they are more likely to understand what anti-Semitism is, be able to define it, and take steps to combat it. So it matters that our non-Jewish community members understand, because we're all in this world together and in community together. We all want to grow up with our kids having a safer and brighter future, and that's incumbent upon all of us to take that step.
So Sarah, you have all of this information, all the reports. What happens next? You go from here, and what can people do to take action, to be involved, to be helpful?
These are great questions. So you can visit all of this online at org. AJC works to create a whole of society approach that anti-Semitism because it takes all of us. So we work to create action plans, whether you are a faith leader or an elected official, an educator or a school board member, there is something for every single person to learn and to take with them. And they're not even that big. It starts with getting to know your neighbors.
Sarah Van Loon, thank you so much for spending time with us. A terrific conversation. What makes Chicago great, as we all three know, is that it is just a combined, wonderful city of all walks of life. And it is important for us to have these discussions. So thank you.
Yeah, very important information. Thank you for sharing and spending time with us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Well, coming up, making a pitch for the Bears, Portage in Indiana unveils a new plan to try and convince the team to cross the border.
Is spring almost here? It kind of felt like it, right? Well, the temperatures could climb near 50. We talked about 60s too, right? AccuWeather forecast coming up. Stay tuned on the other side of the break. We're going to talk spring fling.
Okay.
Yeah, people are throwing audibles around here, Rob. More places are joining that battle. Bears make a touchdown. A group of Iowa lawmakers throwing that state now into the ring.
Iowa.
Yeah.
Iowa now added to the list of bidders. Lawmakers there want to change that state's law to offer incentives to the team to build a stadium there. Why not?
Yeah.
So this happened as Portage, Indiana and Arlington Heights, as you know, step up their bids. Portage rolling out its plan today. It's offering to build privately financed world-class dome stadium at no cost to the taxpayers or the team. Portage joins a list of Indiana towns, the Bears, including Gary and Hammond. Arlington Heights leaders are planning a rally tonight to urge the Bears to move forward with construction plans there. There is some progress. We're hearing maybe within weeks a decision's made. Everyone wants a piece of the Bears.
Yeah, that rally is tonight. Eric Hong will be live for us tonight at 10 o'clock with an update on what's happening. It's getting interesting. I mean, it really is getting interesting. The more the merrier. Let's talk about baseball or basketball with his jersey in the rafters. Chicago Bulls star Derrick Rose is now taking his next shot off the court. Rose is planning to get involved in the $7 billion redevelopment project near the United Center. The massive 1901 project is aiming to bring new homes, hotels, and green space to the city's near west side, and Rose is taking now through the project to learn
where they're still around through the first half of the afternoon, but slowly we will start on in the afternoon. Then on Friday, it's sunny, it's mild, close to 50 degrees. Everyone will be outside in shorts and flip-flops. 50 degrees here on Saturday on Valentine's Day. A little bit cooler though along the lake. And in just 25 days, we're talking a sunset now closer to 7 p.m. So Saturday, March sunrise at 6:17 to Sunday 8th, 7:15 a.m. for our sunrise. Sunset here moves to 6:50 p.m. So we have something to look forward to. I know we lose that light in the morning now again, but at least set closer to 7 o'clock. 35 degrees right now in Palatine. The lakefront is at 38, 39 in Oak Lawn. Gary is at 32, Bradley at 34. It's chilly out there, especially with the wind around. There's this little light breeze that keeps it cold out there. Right now, just a few clouds moving through the area, and overnight tonight, eventually our temperatures will fall off into the 20s, but then slowly we're, I think, going to be closer to 30 by 7 a.m. And that's, you can see some cloud cover moving through the area. That cloud cover, as I mentioned, might be a little bit on the stubborn side where it sticks with us for parts of the afternoon, but slowly we might see that sun come out. Here's 5 p.m. to show you the clouds clearing out and temperature. Some 40s are possible as well, depending on how quickly our skies clear up tomorrow. Then on Friday, as we end the week, we are close to that freezing mark to start off the day on Friday. And then into the afternoon, it's pretty nice with temperatures in the mid and upper 40s. Some of us close to that 50-degree mark. We'll get rid of all that gunk that's around as we head into Saturday and Sunday, as we continue to have this mild pattern. 50 degrees on Saturday. It's mainly sunny. A little bit cooler along the lakefront though, not because wind is coming in off the lake, and now is in the low and mid 30s. So slightly cooler along the lake on Saturday. Sunday, 52 degrees, bright and mild. Average high is 36. So well above average for us, and this time our wind direction is not coming from the lake, and so Sunday will feel a little bit warmer for areas right along the lakefront. A look here at the next 10 days to show you that our temperatures will be into the low and mid 50s. It's a nice stretch of weather here, considering the way we were just a few weeks ago. We finally get to melt some stuff that's just kind of gunky and hanging around. All that nasty snow at the parks and the sidewalks. We're finally gonna get rid of it.
Yes.
And it's going to be pretty nice with some sunshine as well.
I mean, geez, in there, we deserve it. I just worry what happens when we get that
no,
third winter or whatever it is.
I don't know, but it has snowed on opening day for Cubs baseball. So
we all know we got to hang on tight until like
maybe
June.
May.
June.
I can be honest.
I'll be able to take the holiday ornaments out of the ground. I cannot get them out of the ground.
Wait a little bit longer.
It's getting there.
You get the latest forecast anytime. It's the free ABC7 Chicago News app. Scan that QR code on your screen and you'll get a link to the download.
All right. Coming up after a break, we have a preview of our Republican primary forum that's coming up next.
That's in like 8 minutes. And plus, turning self-care into a thriving business. Local entrepreneurs share how they got their start next.